Why does she keep messaging me even after she said she is not interested?
Because she wants your attention and validation. Either because she likes you and she's dangling the carrot, hoping you stay interested as a backup, or you had walked away and several days or a week or two went by after she tried to friend zone you and you said no thanks. So like I talk about in 7 Principles Get an X Back, the article and video I did years ago, and I also talk about in 3% Man, if a woman is reaching out to you, especially after that kind of a situation, you should assume she wants to see you and make a date to hang out, have fun, and hook up. And see if she likes you enough and the interest has crept back up and she agrees to come over and make dinner with you, then you got a chance.
Or her main thing isn't paying attention to her anymore. So
exactly,
you're like the booty call.
That's why it's important, because if somebody's tried to friend zone you, say you went on 3 or 4 dates, and she stuck you in friend zone, or she says, hey, I've been kind of seeing this other guy, and we're kind of getting serious, and I want to see where that goes. And you're like, hey, call me if it doesn't work out, but I'm not interested in being friends. And then 2 weeks later, she starts reaching out to you, and then just like Caroline says, probably because things are going sideways with the other guy, or it's maybe he did a bunch of things to turn her off, and now she's starting to lose interest in him. So her emotions for him are dropping, but because she hasn't talked to you in a few weeks and you actually walked away and left and never contacted her again, she's going to start to wonder about you. Oh, I wonder if that guy's still available. And then she's going to reach out. And how you handle her reaching out is the important thing. Because if she's tried to friend zone you, she'll probably try to get you to meet for coffee or lunch or meet her out or pick her up or go somewhere. And if you were dating somebody and they tried to friend zone you, what I say in 7 Principles Get an X Back is the farthest distance that you're willing to travel to see her is the distance that it takes to go from wherever you are in your house to your front door to let her in when she comes over to make dinner together. And if she tries to get you to meet her out or do something for lunch, when you make a plan for a date in the evening to make dinner together, women know that if she's coming over to your house to make dinner in the evening, that sex is potentially on the table. If she just wants something platonic and she's trying to keep you there, she'll try to get you to agree to coffee or lunch, something in the middle of the day that basically she can create a barrier that prevents any kind of seduction or hanky-panky happening. But by you being firm and just saying, yeah, it's been a long couple weeks, I'm just in the mood to hang at my place, I'd love to see you, make some dinner together, have a nice quiet evening. If you don't want to do that, then give me a call in a couple weeks and maybe I'll be up for meeting you out then. Damn. And that will force her to either commit to making dinner together or just go, okay.
Yeah.
If she just goes, okay, then see you later. And then if 2 weeks later she reaches back out and does the same thing, again, you're going to try to get her to come over and make dinner together, give her the same excuse, been busy, crazy at work. Crazy busy. Just kind of tired. I'd love to hang out and chill. It'd be great to see you. And if she again tries to get you to go to lunch or coffee, just say, no, I'm just in the mood to hang. If you don't want to do that, give me a call in a couple weeks. Maybe I can meet you out then. And she'll do one or two things. She'll either say, okay, well, I'll come over for dinner, or she'll politely decline. And if she politely declines, now she's reached out 2 times in a row. And if she's reached out 2 times in a row and both times you try to get her to agree to come over and make dinner with you, she won't. Now whenever she reaches out, you'll send 2 or 3 texts back and forth. If she calls you, you'll talk for 2 or 3 minutes. And you'll be like, hey, Caroline, it was really great hearing from you, but I got to run. I'll talk to you later. And then you leave and you never bring up getting together again. And what will happen then is she'll notice, he didn't ask me out. Why didn't he ask me out? Did he lose interest in me? What's going on? And if she likes you and the interest has still been continuing to creep up over the last few weeks, she'll bring up or mention getting together. Because once you've asked her 2 times in a row to come over and make dinner and she said no to both of those, you're never going to bring up getting together again unless she brings it up first. And if she brings it up first, it's her idea. And then when you propose dinner at your place, 99% of the time she'll say yes and agree to it. And she'll come over and she'll be more flexible. And if you follow what's in the book, you do 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you will successfully seduce her.
That sounds exhausting to me. But you got to think, is it worth it at the end of the day? Probably not.
If she is chasing you, she is not getting rid of you. So, but this is really super important. You're never going to ask more than 2 separate consecutive occasions when, and on top of this, she's doing all the pursuing. She's doing all the reaching out to you after she tried to friend zone you. When she brings up getting together, she'll come over. She won't bring up getting together and then not agree to come over to make dinner. But if she keeps calling you or texting you and never brings up getting together, and each time you're like, hey, Caroline, it was really nice to hear your sweet voice again, but I'm late for an appointment. I got to run. Talk to you later. Keep in touch. And what will happen, she will either bring up getting together or she'll disappear forever. And the only reason she'll disappear forever from your life is because she's not interested anyways. And that's what you want. You don't want her sticking around and lingering and using you as her emotional tampon or her attention and validation tool.
Yeah, that's not
It's
fair to
basically
you.
forces her to shit or get off the pot. You're either in or you're out. You're either in my bed or you can go be in somebody else's.